Hi, I'm Lesley Canarium, Reader Conversations Librarian at the Rogers Public Library. And for our May Adult Take It, Make It craft, we're going to turn trash into treasure, or we're going to turn toilet paper tubes into roses for Mother's Day. In your kit, you're going to get 4 toilet paper tubes. With this project, you could make a dozen roses, depending how many of them you've got around your house, but you'll need 4 for one rose. You don't want to use your good sewing scissors for this project because it's going to be a lot of cutting up of cardboard. So start by cutting each of your toilet paper tubes into flat. Then you're going to want to flatten them. The easiest way is to roll them in reverse around something. I start with big objects and then make it a little smaller steadily, starting with my water bottle, then a marker, reversing that roll, flattening everything out. You've got 4 of these all ready to go. Then you should have a petal pattern in your kit. If you want to make it bigger or smaller, you can do that. It's just 6 roughly same size petals on each piece of cardboard. You're going to place it flat, trace around it. This is all very free form. If you've ever looked at roses in nature, you know that none of them is perfect. And then cut each of your cardboard petal shapes out. Kind of want to get off the black edges, unless you like them. This is the point where if you want to step the project up a bit, you could. I tried different things. I took some of the red paint I had left over from the Valentine's project and painted mine red. I also, this will surprise nobody, took glittery nail polish and just painted the edges of each petal. That also turned out pretty. I will warn you, if you decide to decorate the cardboard, it will make it a little stiffer and harder to work with. And you also need to wait for it to completely dry before the next step. You can do it, but if you decide you want to do that, this is the place to do that. Anyhow, after you're done decorating it, you can use your pattern and fold it up to find the center, and you're going to want to make a little dot there. You should end up with 4 cardboard things like this. Then we're going to take our scissors again, and we're going to make a set of extra petals. The first thing you want to do is cut out, we'll use one of them and cut out 1 petal. So you're going to have 1 and 5. Then for the next one, cut out 2 petals. So you have 2 and 4. Then you want a set of 3. You can just discard the other set of 3. And then finally you have a set of 6. At this point, you're going to want to go in where the juncture is of each petal and give it another little inch or so to work with. Still cutting towards that center dot. Then, taking a pencil, you're going to want to curl, well, not for the first one, you're going to want to curl the edges of each petal. Doesn't have to be a pencil. You can use a chopstick or whatever you've got. You might feel things tear a little bit as you're working with them. That's okay, as long as it's not a big tear. Don't worry about it. And also, once again, if you have painted the cardboard or the edges first, it will be a little stiffer and harder to work with. Okay, there we go. Everything's curled. Then you go ahead and take your single petal and you want to curl it into a cone shape. And this is the part where you're going to get out your glue gun. If you don't have a glue gun, you can just use regular craft glue. You will have to hold it until it sets though, so, which will add considerably to the length of time that the project will take. But on the other hand, is a little safer. So if you use a glue gun, and especially if you're doing this craft with little kids, please be careful and don't burn yourself. And get our glue gun and put a good dollop of glue there. Hold it until it sets. I count to 10. And just from doing these before, clip off the tip so that will set better inside the next set. And then we start with our set of 2 petals. And what we're going to do is take the cut edges and glue them together. And you want the petal parts to curl out. So just give that a little pinch. Get my glue gun. Put a little glue right there and pinch it in place. And you will get glue on your fingers. Just this is life. Such is craft life. And you're going to take the little well that you've got in there and your single petal, stick some glue in there, put it in there, arrange it so it looks pretty. Now we're going to take the 3 petal set and once again glue the cut edges together. Put a little glue in the center. Stick these 2 in. You're going to want to angle them a bit so it opens up nicely. Okay, you can see this is already starting to look a little bit like a rosebud. And we're just going to do that with each set in turn. So let's go into the 4 angle set, 4 petal set. And one of those down just a bit. So we have a good place to put central bud. You can do a lot of sculpting it with your fingers and curling it as you go. This is really good quality cardboard for that, just thin enough to curl it. And in we go. I'm holding it each time for about 15 seconds to give the glue a chance to set. You want to be sure to do that because otherwise it'll fall apart while you could put it back together, but it's annoying. Alrighty, one more here. Put some glue in the center. You do, each time you put a new set in, you're going to want to push in while you're holding it and letting it set, just to make sure that you get a good, nice, solid hold there. And finally, your set of 6 petals. Kind of give them a little bend so they make a nice cup to hold the whole blossom. And there you have it. A very pretty rose for Mother's Day, and nobody would ever know how it started. I hope you enjoyed making these. I'm going to be taking a little break from making videos for our adult summer reading program because the rest of the staff is going to be showing off the kind of crafts that they can do. And I'll be back in August and I'll be showing you how to make really easy sun catchers.